Today we are making the woven frame quilt block. I love this quilt block because it has this interwoven effect, kind of an optical illusion. I really like this. This is a 16.5-inch block. So let's get started. We're going to need some rectangles of fabric. These are all 2.5 inches wide. We'll need 8 that are 6.5 inches long, 2 that are 8.5 inches long, and 2 that are 4.5 inches long. Then of one color of fabric, we'll need a large square that's 6 inches and a smaller square that's 4.5 inches. In addition to that, we will need 12 2.5-inch squares. Now of our third fabric, we'll need one 6-inch square. We will need 4 2.5 by 6.5-inch rectangles and 4 2.5-inch squares. All right, so let's just get started by making this piece right here. So this piece is on all 4 sides, so we'll make 4 sets. We'll take our 8 rectangles here and we'll divide them into 2 sets of 4, and the same with our squares. We'll have 4 in each pile. So we'll just take our right side. We'll just take this piece right here as a guide. We'll take a square of fabric, place it on the end. We're going to sew from corner to corner of the square, going in the same direction as the example here. And then we'll do the same thing with the other one, but we'll go in the opposite direction, just like this. So we'll go ahead and take these over to the sewing machine. I'll sew them, and then I'll take our remaining pieces and sew them as well. Okay, we've got our pieces sewn here. So we have this piece, we have these pieces. Next we'll just trim these up. So I'm just going to take my cutting mat here and a ruler, and I'm just going to line up my 1/4 inch mark on the ruler with the seam, and we'll just trim all of these up in that manner. Okay, so I'm going to take these units here on the right, these ones that have the triangle on the left. We're going to press these ones towards the white fabric. And we're just doing this so that as we assemble the block later, we can nest the seams. So I'm just going to take the iron. I'm going to start on the colored piece, lift and press. So I'll just take that, lift the white up and press. Whatever side is on the top, the seam will be pressed toward that side. So I want all of these pressed towards the white. Just like that. And then the remaining pieces we will just press towards the triangle. So we'll just take these, it's a little bit easier. We'll just lift the triangle piece up and press. And then you'll see on the back that the seam is pressed towards the colored fabric. Okay, so we have all of our pieces pressed, ready to go. We're just going to take them and stitch them together. So we'll just take one from each pile, make sure that the points line up into a point, place them right sides together. These will nest right here as we stitch this together and make a perfect point. Okay, so I have our first one done. I'm just going to take my iron and I will just press it one way or the other. And I'll take the rest of these over to the sewing machine and repeat that same process. All right, next we'll set these aside for a moment and we'll work on our half square triangles. So I'm going to grab my 6-inch square of the blue and of the bird fabric. I'm going to flip one to the back side and I'm going to draw some lines. So I've got this little ruler here and I'm deciding whether I like it or not. All right, so basically it's set up so that you can just line up the ruler, the center line of the ruler, and then draw on both sides of it, and that will give you 1/4 inch away from center. My problem is it's a little small and it's hard to keep in place as you're stitching, but I think I'll get used to it. I kind of like not having to move a bigger ruler multiple times to do this. So I'm just drawing a line on both sides of center See, then I just wiggled it a little bit. These are my stitching lines. So I'm going to take this over to the sewing machine, place it right sides together. So I have my bird fabric, I have my blue with the right sides together, and I will just stitch along all of those lines that I drew. Alright, so I've got the stitching done. Next I'm going to just trim this. I'm going to cut the block in half, horizontally and vertically. And then I will cut between the stitching lines, and this will give us 8 half square triangles. Right, so we've got our half square triangles. They are just a little bit oversized, so we will take our ruler, our half square triangle square up ruler, and I'm going to trim these to 2.5 inches. So I will just place the line on the ruler that says 2.5 inches, just right on that stitching line. And then that will make the half square triangle exactly 2.5 inches. So I really like this method because you can make them just a little bit larger. My half square triangles always end up just a little bit wonky if I just do a single one. So if you do them this way, you can make a bunch at a time and you can trim them up to be the exact size that you need. I do have a printable in my shop that has 3 different methods of making half square triangles, so you can go look for that. I'll put a link in the description. There's this 8 at a time method, and there's a 4 at a time method, and then there's also 2 at a time. So you'll get all 3 of those different cheat sheets with instructions, diagrams on how to make half square triangles those different ways. And it also has lists for different sizes, so you can, if you need a different size, it has the different sizes you'll need, as well as a formula for each one that you can make your own size if it's not listed in my chart. Okay, so now it's time to press these, but I just want you to take a look at our example here. So we want to make sure that we press them whatever color you're using for your square, that's the color you want to press it towards. So not towards the diamond shape, but towards the square shape. In this case, it's going to be my light blue color. So I'm going to place that on the top and lift and press all of my half square triangles. The last step for these half square triangles is to just clip the tails. Alright, we've got our half square triangles done. Next we'll assemble our border here, the borders of our square. So we'll do all the sides, but it's all the same. You'll just make 4 sets. So you'll take your rectangle, your large rectangle, this is the 2.5 by 6.5, and then you'll take 2 half square triangles. Now you'll place one this way, and then you'll place one this way. And you'll just go ahead and sew these together. So I'll just take this, flip it right sides together, stitch it along here. Then I will add this one, right sides together, and stitch along there. And I will repeat that process to make 4 strips like this. Alright, so the next unit we're going to be working on is this unit right here. So we have 2 of them right here and one on the top. So we'll just take our long rectangles and our 4 squares of fabric. Now we'll just take a square of fabric, place one on each end. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take these to the sewing machine and we will just stitch starting in the middle and going outwards toward the outer corners, and we'll do that with both of these pieces. Alright, so I've got these sewn. I'm just going to trim off the edges. Just the same method, lining up that 1/4 of an inch, marking on the ruler with the seam, and trim off the edge. Then we'll just grab our iron and we are just going to press these. We'll press to the white fabric. And this is just so that we can nest seams later. So we'll start with our colored corner and press towards the white. So we have our seams pressing inward. All right, so we'll have one for the top and we'll have one for the bottom of our square. So now that we have all of these units created, it's time to start assembling our block. So I'm just going to start with the center. I'm going to take my 4.5 inch square and the 2 remaining rectangles, and I'll place one on either side. Then I will take these pieces and place one on top and bottom. Next comes our side unit, so we'll just place one on top. Now we want the solid rectangle to be on the left, and then you're just going to make you're going to go around the square, and you're going to just start with the rectangle as you go around. So it's just kind of a rotating rectangle here. Then lastly, we'll place our outer borders on the edge with our 4 squares on either side. Now it doesn't really look like it's going to line up, but it will. So I'm just going to start in the center, and I will take this over the sewing machine. I will place these right sides together and stitch on both sides. Okay, I have got the pieces sewn together. I will just give them a quick press. It doesn't really matter the direction on this one, so I'm just going to go the easy way and just lift and press those outer pieces. Okay. So next, just working outward, we're going to take the same thing. We're going to take these 2 pieces, we'll place them right sides together and stitch along both edges. All right, once again, we will press these open. All right, so next we're going to work on these pieces. Now these kind of interlock with each other, so there's kind of a trick on how you need to assemble them. I like to start with the top, and I'm just going to sew starting on this end. So I'm going to place it right sides together, and I'm going to start on this end, and I'm going to sew down here, but I am not going to go all the way to the end. So you can see there's a big overlap here. I want to make sure I leave about 1 inch. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to flip it so that it's on this side so I can see. When I'm about 1 inch away from this edge, I'm going to stop and back stitch. Okay, so we'll go ahead to the sewing machine and do that. All right, so I have got it sewn together. You'll see I did not sew all the way to the end. I just stopped about right there. We'll just take our ironing mat and we'll press that open. Now I'm not going to worry about it too much on this end here, but just to kind of get it to lay flat, because we're going to finish that off later. Okay, so then I'm going to work my way around the block, and I'm just going to go clockwise. So I'm just going to do this side, then this side, and then this side. Okay, so we'll start right here. We'll place these right sides together, and we will stitch along here. All right, we got that side on. We'll just move around and do the bottom side. We'll flip it right sides together and stitch along the bottom. All right, let's get this piece pressed, and we will add our last section. Now this is kind of a tricky block to get exactly right, so I do have a printable pattern, and I encourage you to grab that if you'd like to make this block. It will make it so much easier because you'll have step-by-step diagrams. You can always refer to the video, but it will have instructions, just step-by-step how to do it. Okay, so we're going to take this piece and we're going to place it right sides together and sew it on. Now we're going to be careful that we're not catching in this little tail as we do that. So we're just going to stitch just like the rest of it from end to end, but we'll just make sure we don't catch this little tail in with the stitching. All right, we've got that sewn on. Just going to press that open. So then the last step for this section is to just take our piece and we'll just place it right sides together again, and we will just stitch that remaining piece closed. All right, we'll just press this open. All right, so next we are just going to finished assembling the block. So we will just take, I'm just going to kind of arrange it so that it's in the right order. You can see it's starting to come together. So I'm going to just take these top and bottom pieces and I'm going to sew the corners onto them. That's what I'm going to do first. I've got these done. I'm going to take these and I'm going to press them with the seams facing towards the white fabric. And this will just help us nest our seams in this last step of assembly. Next, I'm going to take my center square and I'm going to sew on the sides on either side. Let's get this pressed. All right, so the last step is to sew on these final borders. Now, at this step, I do like to pin because it's starting to get a little long and I want to make sure everything is nesting correctly. So I'm just going to take this center right here and I'm going to nest those seams right there and pin them in place. And then I will just take these corners, nest them with the back. And then that way, hopefully everything will line up as I sew it. So I'll just go ahead and pin the other side as well. And we'll take that over to the sewing machine and stitch those on. Okay, the last step is to just press open the block. So that is how you make the woven frame quilt block. Go ahead and grab the printable pattern in my shop. It will walk you through all of the steps and give you all of the cutting measurements, everything that you need to be successful in making this block. Thanks for watching.